I'm going to talk about the greatest challenge I faced this far in Taiwan, the hierarchy. They want your good ideas, they'll secretly take them from you when you're casually talking about it.
Bitter.
I'm not bitter at all. I'm still working on that challenge. So I said,
think we need to do this whole takeover.
I said, this
again.
isn't
You got all kind of anger that's coming out. It's okay, Justin. It's all right. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Leah.
I'm Justin.
Thank you for joining us and welcome to our channel.
We're an American expat couple that makes videos about living and working abroad, and currently we're in Taipei, Taiwan. We just recently passed our 1-year anniversary here in Taiwan. Yay, confetti, streamers. That was the special effects on a budget. 1 year in Taiwan, and we wanted to make a video sharing with you what we've learned, what some of the greatest challenges have been for us, and what we're looking forward to in the future.
Does it seem like it went by fast?
Yes, it went by fast because we spent the first 6 months looking for a place to live.
That's so true.
New learning opportunities, all these new challenges, and each country has their own set of challenges and lessons.
What's the biggest lesson that you have learned? Your words of wisdom.
I've learned to be patient. I've actually become more patient. I have slowed down.
Aww.
Because in Taiwan, it's not that people don't have places to go and things to do and people to see and that they aren't moving, but they move with respect to time that's quite different than what Americans do. And if you're in traffic and there's someone driving slow in front of you, you don't have to break your neck to get around. And if you're walking behind grandma on the sidewalk, you walk at grandma's pace. You don't try to run past her. And if she drops her cane, you stop and you pick it up and you help her, because that's the Taiwanese way to exercise kindness. But basically, you just slow the F down because Taiwanese seem to be pretty chill. So your biggest takeaway, your biggest lesson?
Let's see. My biggest takeaway, I think, has been home work-life balance.
You're saying have a work-life balance?
No, we don't have a work-life balance. One of the reasons that I really enjoy working abroad, especially in the countries that we have been in, is the absence of a 40-hour week. So in Korea, I think we worked 25 hours per week. In Vietnam, actually 18 hours is considered full-time for English teachers. But since we've been in Taiwan, we've actually put in a 40-hour week. I actually am scheduled to teach 14 hours per week. So that's 26 hours of sitting at my desk doing desk warming. I'm a pretty seasoned teacher, and so my lesson plans are pretty much already done. But this is time that Justin and I would be spending like either exploring or taking a trip or making
flying to another country.
Yeah. I've learned that I really value having a work and home life balance.
We'll get back to it. We will.
You know something I don't?
No, I'm just saying we'll get back to it. It has to happen. So that's just 2 of the lessons we've taken away from our time here in Taiwan. And typically, to learn a lesson, you usually have a challenge that you've overcome. But not all challenges can be overcome so easily. And one of my biggest challenges with living in Taiwan is the hierarchy. Right? The hierarchy and the work dynamic and the work culture is really something that I struggle with. I struggle most with this idea that you compromise to comply, meaning you must comply with what the boss says, despite on how compromised you will be in that situation. And we can sit there and say that this is all ego-based, but there's something about the consideration of the person just taking your idea and presenting it. Like, how is that not unethical?
I also don't think that this is an American thing either, because we've had people that we work with that
here in Taiwan?
Yeah, that have come to us and said, like,
I hate when this happens.
that was my idea.
So, yeah, right. And that's true. Taiwanese complain about this aspect of the hierarchy as well.
Yeah.
A lot, actually. If I want to look for the positivity in this situation, I can say that at least I'm being treated equally as if I were a Taiwanese employee, because I, too, am being subjugated to the same hierarchical bullshit.
In order to have a better experience in being an expat, one of the things that you can adopt is coming into a country with no expectations, but that really is not true, because you're a culmination of your experiences. And so my biggest challenge that I have faced since coming to Taiwan is learning about gender equality and all of the positive things that Taiwan has presented. Having a female president and one of the first countries to recognize same-sex marriages, there still is this gap in equality. My biggest eye-openers have been in the workplace. And I don't know if there's a difference between the North and the South. There are higher positions that are open for men and women, but it's mostly men who get those positions. Yeah, and I also think that this is also taught at a young age. So, for example, we have 2 doors, and in one of my schools, the boys enter in through the front and the girls enter in through the back. The boys get to sit in the front of the classroom, the girls sit in the back of the classroom. And bringing this up to my co-teacher and saying, hey, can we make teams with boys and girls? It's just like, no, that's unheard of. Boys will always be first and girls will always be last. So we're not saying that boys are better, but we're teaching these girls, oh, boys, they have the first choice. And I also see it in the classroom where boys overpower the girls when they answer, or they take something. They're not bullies. They just know that they can.
Because they've been given that right. They've been given that right.
That's exactly it.
Grandma at home is saying, no, you're the baby boy. You get first dibs. You get priority.
Yep.
That's ingrained deep within the culture. And it's not reflected like that on the society as a whole, because you look at the fact that there are so many opportunities for women. So many opportunities for women. Once a woman's in that role, she's not going to be doing the same job that a man would be doing in that role. She would have higher standards pushed on her. She would have...
Absolutely.
She would have, like, a performance evaluation would be done completely different for a woman in the same position as a man.
So I struggle. There's a challenge with gender inequality in Taiwan that I still think needs to be worked on.
So those challenges we mentioned are probably going to end up being lessons that we've learned, and lessons that we've learned about ourselves as much as it has anything to do with Taiwan in particular. I can say that moving into the future, I'm looking forward to a lot this upcoming year, and I hope we get to do all the things that we haven't been able to do so far. So one of the things I'm looking forward to in the future is more time in nature. Taiwan is stunningly gorgeous, and there is so many beautiful places to go, and we just haven't created that opportunity to go yet. We've been settling in for a lot longer than we thought we would, and we just haven't gotten out into the beauty of Taiwan. There's so many little islands off the coast. There's beautiful beaches to go to. There's mountains. There's river tracing. There's hiking. There's swimming. There's so much to do. There's like sand dunes to drive ATVs on. Like, what are we doing?
I do have to say that I love that about Taiwan, because Vietnam had like pockets of places that you could go to that were really beautiful, that you could spend extended amount of time for. Taiwan is just beautiful everywhere, right? Like you drive out and we find temples and fields and great places to take pictures and to make videos. Like everywhere that we go is an opportunity for us to explore something different. So having those particular places that have been pointed out to us, I'm looking forward to going to those too.
Yeah, but that's mine. That's mine. What are you looking forward to?
First of all, piggybacking on your trip.
You can piggyback me.
On your trip.
Oh, we're talking about in my trip too. Wait a minute. What is a piggyback?
Oh my God.
Is that a position?
All right, what am I looking forward to? Taiwan is actually served as a year of recovery. I'm not going to say that Vietnam was bad. Vietnam was a beautiful experience, and we learned a lot in Vietnam, but there is something to be said about experiencing Vietnam as a Black female that left me with a lot of baggage and a lot of trauma that I have not had time to digest. So Taiwan has actually allowed me to have an opportunity to digest those experiences and also not be jaded by the experience that I had trying to group Asia as a whole. They have actually like reset my faith in humanity. The people here have been so beautiful. They have just, they've just totally reset the expectations in allowing me this space, this country to heal. I feel is making me a better person. So when Justin and I go to our next country, which we don't know when that's going to be.
Oh, where it's going to be.
The person that I am now, because I am here, is definitely going to be a much different person than coming from Vietnam going to that country.
Oh, true.
I am looking forward to who I am going to be going to that next country. So I I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful and so grateful that we are here.
Is that what they meant by Taiwan can help?
No, but it is.
But it is working.
But you know what it is? We have hashtags for every country that we go to.
Oh, yeah.
Our hashtag here for all the beautiful experiences that we've had is Teach Us Taiwan.
Because we are learning a lot.
The patience, we are learning so much here. The patience that the people have, the thoughtfulness, the graciousness, the kindness. The
courtesy.
Yes.
Like the generosity, the hospitality.
Oh my gosh. It is just totally like, I don't think like life can get any better than this. Except for who I'll be when I go to my next country. There you go.
All
right. So where's our next country?
We don't know. We don't need to know.
Yeah, there you go.
But it'll be somewhere new.
It will be somewhere new. And on that note, we leave you with this question. When's the last time you did something for the first time?
Remember, it's never too late to get up, get out, and get gone.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. Why do you always do come join us?
Maybe I'm really trying to open this relationship up. I just can't accept it. Maybe I'm more of a swinger than you realize.